Alright, so I just got this in today. It is the bumper and tire carrier from Barricade for the back of the old trusty YJ here. Pretty excited to install it. I haven't had a tire on here for about a year now because the hitch had a tire on there and it just was starting to wear under stress. And driving down the freeway one time, the gate just opened just because the tires were just too heavy for the gate to hold. So I'm not quite sure. I haven't opened it up, but I'm sure you just have to take off this stock bumper right here, which doesn't look like it's too much, you know, so hopefully be able to get this going. So I will do a little bit of an install video here, so keep watching to kind of see what I did and see how the bumper looks. So here is opening up the box, everything inside it. I mean, I guess packing could have been a little bit better. It looks like there was a lot of shifting, a lot of moving around. I mean, it's only held in there by 3, you know, pieces of styrofoam right there. You can see. I mean, but it's a big metal piece of equipment, so I'm sure it's not damaged. But that is the packaging for it. Alright, so there's the bumper out of the packaging. These are the D-rings. Put the foam on there. I will say this, it's heavy. You know, it's probably a good 50 pounds or plus. Feels like solid construction. You know, I haven't put it on, so I don't know anything more than that. But also in this box came the actual tire holder. You can see it's pretty thick. You know, so it's probably 1/4 inch. Pretty heavy, you know, and then nuts and bolts. Yeah, everything looks nice, you know, it's, but it looks to be deceiving. So, but let's unbox the tire carrier part and get to installing. Alright, the tire carrier wrapped in this foam stuff. The bumper is wrapped in that. The little box came with more nuts and bolts, probably for installing the tire carrier. Looks like a spacer of some sort, metal spacer. And this handle, which is a pretty beefy handle. Look at that. It feels solid. I mean, it looks nice. It's beefy. You know, a lot bigger than I expected it to be. Looking from the pictures, so I mean that's good. So far, everything seems, you know, to be heavy. Looks like quality construction, which is good. You know, you want stuff that feels like it's going to last and everything. So let's. Oh, it also came with some instructions. Let's see how these instructions look. We're also curious about instructions, right? Looks like it's just remove step 1. Remove torque screws. I don't know where step 3 is. Skipping a step. So I don't know if you have to take off the old. Mine just has the bumperette, so I don't know exactly what I have to take off, so I'll have to check. Because I don't have a bumper like that. So anyway, we'll start getting this installed and show you guys. So after looking, I think this is going to be a pretty easy install. So this part right here is actually welded to the frame. I don't think it's actually a bumper, it's just a part. I think it's like either a part of the frame or it doesn't come off. So all I have is these bumperettes and this small tow hitch, which is 2, 4, 6, 8. It looks like 10 bolts. So it will only take 10 bolts to uninstall everything. Hopefully everything lines up to the bumper. So we'll see. So I got the bumper off, the old bumper, the bumperettes, and like everything with this Jeep, nothing really comes too easy. So it was just 4 bolts on each side for the bumperettes, which held the bumper in 2, and then on the underside, 1 bolt. So problem is, on the other side, underside, I broke the bolt right in half. So I'm gonna have to get an extractor tool and extract that bolt out. Kind of a pain, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna be finishing this probably in the weekend. I'll just drive it like this for a little bit. I was hoping it's gonna be quick, easy, but it's not. I was hoping to do it in the morning before work and all the festivities. But anyway, so it looks like it's gonna be a pretty easy install though. So it comes with these that are pretty much just right where the bumperettes used to go, and then it has the underneath one where it bolts in, where I broke the bolts off. So you could take this part off and then screw this on, and then you could just put the bumper right on here and make it a little bit easier installing instead of lifting up the whole bumper and trying to align it. I'm just gonna take off these little plates here and mount the plates first and then put the bumper on. So it'll be a couple days, but we'll get that done on the weekend, and I'll show you how it's done and how it looks. Thanks, guys. All right, so we hit a little bit of a snag. You know, modifying your Jeep can't always be super easy. But these 2 bolts that were on the frame, they were permanently Loctite or something in there. I could not get them off. I tried the bolt extractor, and you know, I was just running the risk of actually breaking the bolt extractor in there. So what I'm gonna do is drill them out, re-thread them, and hopefully we should be good to go after that. You know, Jeeping can't always be easy, so you know, take the good with the bad, but after this is all said and done, the bumper and tire carrier should look great. So stay tuned. Alright, so what the bumper actually sits on are these brackets right here. They just screw or bolt right onto the frame part right there. Yeah, and it's just 4 bolts. I guess 12 bolts total on the bumper on. Hopefully it's sturdier than it might seem, but I guess the front bumper only has like 6 or something like that. So yeah, I'll show it to you when it's all bolted on and installed. Alright, so I have everything just kind of sitting on there, just lining everything up, make sure the brackets that hold the bumper are nice and straight, making sure that it's even on both ends. So almost getting there, about ready to tighten down the final bolts on the bumper and then move on to the tire carrier. So here is the tire carrier, the Barricade classic with tire carrier, fully installed. Couple things, it's probably not as easy. I think if everything went according to plan, everything went right, really easy install. Probably recommended, you don't have to, but probably recommended to take off the gas tank skid plate. That'd probably be the easiest, but you get work around it if you don't want to. Just a little, you know, if you have really big, thick hands, it might be a little difficult, but you could, with the extensions and stuff, the ratchet extensions, you can make it work. I did not remove my gas tank. It was a little bit difficult because there was a couple bolts that were locked tight in there that just didn't come out and they actually broke in. So that was the main hurdle, was getting those bolts out. I actually have one spot, this spot right here. I'm just gonna weld this on because the screw bracket in the frame busted out and I can't put a bolt in there. So that's one thing. Other than that, it seems to be pretty good. Like, you know, I'm gonna have to drive with it, ride with it. The locking mechanism seems like it works pretty good. It kind of does interfere with the license plate though. So it comes off pretty easily. I do see right there starting to wear out. If I could get a better, closer shot. Yeah, right here starting to wear out and then rusting, just because that is the main lock point for the hitch. So we'll see how that holds up. It seems pretty sturdy. And it matches the color of my Jeep pretty good. So, I mean, that's a bonus. You know, it wasn't too big of a pain in the ass to install. It was a little bit, but honestly, it is bolt-on. You just, you know, if you have a 27-year-old Jeep with some original parts and original bolts, those bolts are going to be rusty and really hard to get out. So on this end, I was able to drill out the bolt pretty good. Let's see where it is. Right there. Drill out the bolt and then rethread it, and it worked good. So other than that, guys, let me know what you guys think, how it looks, and let me know if you guys are going to be buying this. You know, I think this was like $400. You know, it's kind of a middle of the road one. There's cheaper, there's way more expensive. This is definitely the medium bumper tire carrier. So let me know if you guys got this or have it or want it, and you know, feel free to leave comments below, and I'll be happy to answer your questions. If you like the video, go ahead and like and subscribe. That would be awesome. And check out some of my other videos that I have. I have some, you know, I do a lot of Jeep stuff. So thanks guys, see you next time.